Nice to be here. We're talking about soulmates. Soulmates to me is a very good and very big. I'm glad. How do you put a spell on someone? Uh-huh. Oh, God bless him.
He knew me since I was 2 years old.
Oh, wow.
And he said that I didn't know what his soulmate was.
Yeah.
But they killed him.
God bless you.
I told the FBI to look for a dart in his neck or something.
Yeah, yeah. But they didn't help. I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, he died. And then someone else was protecting me. I was running for Congress. Thank you.
You're welcome. She needs these back right now so she can go over them. So I'm gonna hand out some pencils if you guys need something to write with.
Oh, no, I have a pen. I think my pen's starting to run out of ink. This was a brand new pen.
Oh, my goodness.
That
That's good that you have, it's running out of ink. That means that you've been taking a lot of notes. So smart. So smart. God bless.
Did you get the faith lesson?
Yes. He did. I'm just trying to. Okay, sorry for everyone that is in the room. We are waiting to get set up so that we can be organized here. So something I always forget to talk about since we're getting prepared and set up is that I do have a guided transcendental meditation. It's not really transcendental meditation. It's what the guardian angels have told me is what needs to be said is this meditation. So you can look for it on YouTube, on my website, Spotify, Apple Music, many different.
All of the I'm listening platforms, iHeart, Pandora.
Yes, it's all there. And then I also have this Secret to Your Chakras book, which is extremely important because this book helps to give information of how to get straight to the point of creating healing with each and every one of our chakras, energy point levels in our body. Instead of reading 300 and something pages, which is my next book is 385 pages. This one's only, a little bit, maybe about 40 pages, and you get straight to the point.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, I like it. Thank you. Okay. So yes. So Mark, what are we talking about? We're talking about soulmates.
Yes, you are.
Thank you.
No, actually, I gave an intro before you came on.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah. And is it a soulmate?
Or is it a twin?
Yeah. Or magically connecting to your soulmate.
Nice.
So
one of the things that a lot of people are very happy about that I've done throughout the years that I've been speaking here is I connect people to their soulmates. It doesn't matter whether your soulmate is in China, it doesn't matter if your soulmate's in Africa, it doesn't matter if your soulmate is in Arizona, wherever your soulmate is, or if your soulmate is in the restaurant next door having a slice of pizza and a beer or something. Your guardian angel will give me the specific details of what you need to know so that you guys can allow yourselves to connect with your soulmates. But what we quite often don't allow ourselves to realize is that we're so disconnected that we disconnect from ourselves so that we don't connect with the path to be parallel so that we can connect with our soulmate. Like this lady, what's your name?
Karen.
Karen was explaining to me as soon as I sat down that her soulmate has passed away. And he was killed. God bless him. What happens, you brought up a really great point, and I just want to talk about this because it's something that I don't talk about quite often because I always forget. When she said that she lost her soulmate, the part that's sad to me is that means now for 20 years she's been alone, even though she's been amazing and
I
had
can still contact him. I spoke to him the other day.
Well, yeah, we can absolutely. God bless you for that, because that, to me, we quite often forget that we can communicate with those who've passed away. Just because they've crossed over, it doesn't mean they're dead.
Yeah, my mother died from
us.
cancer. I followed out my whole family. There's no one left except some like second cousins. and
Oh, God bless them.
I have no one left.
I'm sorry to hear that. I am so sorry to hear that. Yeah, but point is you asked a very important question. The question was, when you have a soulmate and they die, do you have another chance? Do you have another opportunity or a second chance to have someone else? And the answer is yes, because sometimes, and this is very interesting. I talked about this probably 5-6 years ago. When you have a soulmate and they die, of course, unwillingly, or they die, hers was, a situation where he was murdered,
Well, we don't know. I think he was poisoned.
poisoned. Still, he was taken
FBI.
out, FBI. Point is if you lose your soulmate too young in life, then there will be an opportunity for you to reconnect with someone that can replace it.
He died young, about age 54.
God bless him.
52 or 54.
Oh, God bless him.
He died young.
Yeah.
He was head of, you know him, he was head of the FBI in
Mm.
New York, Jim Fox.
I would have to see his face since this
I
year.
couldn't take any photos. He wouldn't allow me to take
Thank
any
you.
photos of the office.
Oh, God bless him. Yeah, I'm
He
sorry
never
to hear
told
your
me who
experience.
his wife was. He never told me his kids' names. But he showed
Well, I
me
had to
pictures of his
protect-
dog. He had a pit bull as a dog.
Oh, wow. It's funny because when you think of like when we're hearing her story of what she went through, and obviously I'm hearing more of the story, which is he was unavailable
He
and he
knew me
was,
since I was 2 and 3 weeks old.
wow, that makes sense.
Because I was able to talk and stuff. I was a talking baby. When I was 1 week old, I
Yes.
acted like a 1-year-old. When I was 2 weeks old, I acted like
That
an
makes-
internet 2-year-old.
But see, that
I could
makes,
read the Wall
but
Street Journal.
Karen, that makes total sense. The reason why
I'm
God,
over 20 million years old.
oh, I believe in that stuff, obviously.
I was on a different planet.
Yeah, I believe in all that. Obviously, if I didn't believe in that, I wouldn't be here today. Okay, so we're going to talk about, thank you for sharing your story. We're going to be talking about soulmates. For those who have questions, just give me a moment. I'm going to be teaching first, and then we're going to work on opening up the chakras, energy point levels in your body so that we can work on getting rid of whatever blockages are stopping you from receiving the blessings and the gifts of connecting to your soulmate. And then after that, then we can ask questions because there are many things to talk about on this subject in a very short amount of time. For those who are in the chat room and participants, thank you for being here. God bless you. If you guys have questions, I'll try to get to them. And I don't know how Shauna will help me with that, or Mark will help me with that, or someone. So first things first, let's go back to the very beginning. On Friday, I spoke about twin flames. When you think of a twin flame, I have to explain this, is very important. A twin flame is someone who is a part of your life. Yes, it is a karmic past connection. It is a relationship that you have with someone that has karmic ties from a past relationship. So when you connect with this person, you're going to have these type of experiences: a familiar feeling, an attraction, a feeling of comfort, and like a magnetic, almost like a magnetic connection. But the one thing that a lot of people don't talk about, which is super significant when it comes to the subject of twin flames and soulmates, is people do not talk about that twin flames are quite often not focused on any of the spiritual relationship or a necessity or need or connection or concern or whatever it may be, anything towards the spiritual side. They're not concerned about that. Okay. Soulmate is completely focused on the spiritual connection. The entanglement, the relationship between a soulmate and ourselves is, it is your soul mating with someone. Do I even need this microphone? You guys can hear? I do. Okay, sorry. It is a soulmate is someone that you connect with your soul, that mates with you forever. It's like I said on Friday, it's in the word, soul mate. Now in America, in the United States of America, and then some places outside the United States of America, they have switched the words around. where they say a soulmate is a twin flame and a twin flame is a soulmate. But in the beginning, when I first got involved with being who I am on this planet and coming into this planet, my focus was understanding the truth and studying with people so that I understand how to truly help people. So I've studied with many different types of people and teachers around the world. And one thing that I learned is that soulmate, if you go back into the history of where it started, it is exactly what I'm telling you. So just because we live in 2021 doesn't mean that the word soulmate now means you have several soulmates. Does this make sense? Am I creating confusion? Do you guys have questions about that so far? You with the curly hair seem like you're confused. Do you want me to answer a question? You do not have more than one soulmate. You have more than one twin flame. So that's what I'm trying to explain, that there's an opposite. So that's why I want everyone to understand. So twin flame is almost exactly parallel to a soulmate. The only element that is missing is the spiritual. Okay. Plus, this is also what happens. I have to show you because it's too hard to explain over the radio. When you're with a twin flame, there's a fiery sense, right? A fiery sense. I'll put this like this. When you're with a twin flame, there's like a fiery sense where you feel like, ooh, okay, there's fire, there's excitement, there's some type of an attraction, okay? And it's usually a very hot and fiery, intimate sexual connection, which is normal, okay? Twin flames don't have to be an intimate connection, but most of the time they are, okay? And there's several of them, but you have to remember the most important thing, and this is what you guys have to write down. It is a learning lesson karmic relationship. Learning lesson karmic relationship. You guys understand that? So there is a karmic relationship that needs to create healing. Maybe it's about forgiveness. Maybe it's about trust. Maybe it's about being treated like a princess or a prince, or being nurtured, or having a warrior. Do you see? It's so many different, thank you, so many different things that go with a twin flame. But a soulmate is someone who completes you. Okay, who here believes, even on this channel, who here believes that they've been with their soulmate? Raise your hands. Okay, I can agree with you.
2 weeks old.
Okay, and then you, well, we already spoke to you earlier. What's your name?
Mine?
Yes,
Giselle.
Giselle.
We were both on Atlantis.
God bless
together.
you.
That's how I know him.
Oh, I believe that. So when you're with your soulmate, how do you know it's your soulmate?
He told me.
There's a connection in a sense of an awareness of what that other person's spiritual need is.
100%.
And there's no, in other words, that person allows me to go towards the path that I'm searching. or
Absolutely.
interested in,
Gives you
without
permission to be
any
you.
hinder- Yes, exactly.
Unconditional love.
It doesn't hinder me in any way.
Okay, she said it beautifully. And that is so, so true. But the one thing I've noticed, which is really funny, do you guys ever watch the movies? And then in the movies, I can't show you guys because I'm on the back of the thing, and you give a kiss or you see the picture and they, give their first kiss and there's fireworks and then the lake pops and it's like this amazing like connection.
Brady Bunch.
I don't know. I don't watch Brady Bunch, but I do know what I'm saying. And literally 100%, that's kind of like a feeling of a soulmate, in my opinion, because it is fireworks. It is a spark. And it's a magnetic connection that makes you go like this and connect. Not because you want it to, but because it's meant to be. Now, another thing that's extremely important in regards to a relationship and understanding of what a soulmate is, it is the complete opposite of
We're
you.
opposites.
Yeah,
He's exactly the opposite.
it's
of me.
always an opposite.
We were both Irish.
Huh? Oh, sorry.
He was up Northern Ireland. I was Southern Ireland.
Yes.
He was Protestant. I was Roman Catholic.
It's usually that
We
way.
fight, but cats and
Okay.
dogs and we fight.
Your name was Karen?
Yeah.
Okay. Do me a favor. We're going to ask questions and talk at the end. So that way I can get through the points to help people, please. I love your stories, but we got to make for sure to stay focused. So point is, your focus is what?
Find a Soulmate.
Amy, what's your focus?
My focus now,
Yeah, why are you in this room?
because I like listening, because I like to be around higher conscious people. and
But
I
you
think
want to learn about
I
how
wanna
to,
learn.
okay, good. Okay, good. That's my main mission. And what is your purpose for being in here?
Seeking honesty
Good,
and strength.
good.
Morality.
Well, that's me. We know this. And then you're searching.
Yeah. Searching for a companion to travel.
Okay.
Outside.
Okay. So when and that's just a small, and we'll talk more, all of you. But my point in asking that question is that we're all allowing ourselves to be open in this room. We're allowing ourselves to be open. If we're allowing ourselves to be open, that means we are allowing ourselves to finally receive exactly what it is we're looking for, whether it's a soulmate, whether it's learning, whether it's an experience, whether it's the truth, connection. Me personally, when I know about soulmates, I never wanted a soulmate. I never did. I wanted God to be my soulmate. So my dream was, I'm going to be with God. I'm going to live my life, and that's it. I don't want to do anything. I don't want to be intimate. I just want to live by myself. Point is, that's not the way we were created. Human beings are not to be living in celibacy, even though I was living life as a nun. Literally, we're meant to be together so that we can not necessarily procreate, but allow ourselves to understand the most powerful gift that human beings have been given, which is love. And when we're given this gift of love to connect, we quite often forget that this ability to love comes from us being complete and filled with love in ourselves.
I really got to.
What do you say? So point is that when you're allowing yourself to have this amazing relationship with oneself, then you can allow yourself to be receiving and accepting the relationship. So for example, I'm intuitive. Oh, I forgot to ask in the beginning of the session, I apologize. I'm intuitive. Does anyone have an issue with me being expressive or saying something I may see intuitively? Raise your hand so I don't pick on you. Everybody, you guys don't mind? You can say whatever you want to say. Okay. Remember that you guys agreed. Okay, so with you, with the, is that blue? I can't tell, whatever, you. Okay, Lourdes, is that your name? It's a beautiful name. I lived in Lourdes for a little while. Anyways, point is, you're closed off with your heart chakra. There's lack of trust that's connecting inside of your heart. Your heart chakra needs to allow itself to open. So if you're sitting here saying, I want to travel, I want to have fun, I want to have a partner, how are you going to have that if your heart chakra doesn't have trust? You see, it's not because you don't want to trust, it's because there's been damage there. It's kind of like having a broken leg or breaking a hip and then having a replacement or something going on. We don't allow ourselves to realize our energy is very significant and it's very powerful. And when we allow ourselves to manifest, that's also very powerful. But allowing ourselves to believe and knowing that we can have complete healing, right? We can have complete healing and we can be healed, right? But we also can have prosperity, which is very easy. We can have our soulmate, which is very easy. We can have happiness. We can have all the blessed, most amazing gifts that we were meant to have. Life, since the very beginning of our existence, was to have an experience of complete joy. But one of the things we're missing in the world is we're allowing ourselves to be brainwashed. So the brainwashing is creating manipulation and disruption, and it's stopping us from having the freedom that we need within ourselves and taking our power back. Connecting with your soulmate makes you become so empowered and so connected that you don't feel fear, stress, burden, chaos. This last 2 years, I feel like was literally, I did not feel like heaven was on earth. I felt like heaven, like earth was in hell, like I was on hell. You know, it was like so much torture, so suffering, so much struggle, because I seen it in people's faces each and every day. People wanted to commit suicide because they were lonely. People were just, you know, becoming hermits and depressed and breaking up marriages, just sadness and darkness and pain that I've seen, not including my own complications and problems I've been through. And as these torturous, extremely dark experiences were happening in the world, I kept every weekend manifesting and doing literally talks on the street, because you couldn't come indoors. So I'd go on the street and I say, well, there's no cars. So I'd take people and put an advertisement. I'm going to do a free thing on the street for us to manifest positive energy. All those people within that moment of time, with just, I think it was about a month or 2 months I did it. Well, I did it longer, but when I start seeing massive results, literally start allowing themselves to change. You start seeing them smile, and they would start connecting with other people. And of course, we were wearing masks, which I'm sorry I don't have on, but we'd be wearing masks so you couldn't see their smiles. But what people forget is, even though we were wearing masks, you can see someone smile through their eyes, and you can see someone's energy through their soul and through their spirit. And what we were not allowing ourselves to do is we were not taking our power back. So what I was teaching people is take your power back. This is a perfect example of how we've created disruption and darkness and pain inside of our lives by allowing ourselves to give our power away. Well, if we're going to give our power away, then why are we even here? Why are we existing if we're just going to be robotic cattle following a line, right? You, Lourdes, were given life for a reason. Do you believe that? Or do you think you were born so that you can exist and pay bills and die? Eat a little food every once in a while, God bless, y'all know that's my favorite. Or what's your name with the YouTube?
Lauren and Ken.
Lauren and Ken. I mean, you guys, you can see you're totally connected and absolutely is one.
We are twin flames, but I would like to see if I can move it to soulmate.
So I will explain that to you later, but I can tell the relationship you guys already have is very absolutely beautiful. And I can see it even with my eyes closed, and I'm checking your energy. But what's happening is you guys are allowing yourselves to be too much in your brains. Get out of the brain. The brain is something that's manipulated by man. So I always say, just snap out of it and start allowing yourself to give the power back only to the heart. When I work with people, and we're all here, this is what excites me about coming to an event like this. We're all here talking about spirituality, UFOs, connection, God, everything that's open to the metaphysical realm and the spiritual realm. Now, you guys are, in my opinion, high school students. I don't want to say kindergartners, because that's not true. Yeah, those are my other classes I teach. But so if we're high school students that just graduated and now you're inside of college, right? And here I'm teaching you so that you can allow yourself to continue moving forward. Okay, you guys know what's chakras, you guys understand about meditation, you guys understand about vortexes, you guys understand about certain things, which is beautiful. But what you guys do not allow yourselves to follow is the most important rule that you should have mastered since kindergarten, is taking your power back. And it shocks me year after year how I come here and people are sitting there going, well, what does that mean? It's a very simple, very absolutely beyond the point of easy thing. You eat, sleep, breathe, and live for the most important person on the planet. Do you see, what is your name?
Janina.
Janina, do you believe and know that you're the most important person on the planet? Okay, and Amy, do you know you're the most important person on the planet?
No.
Well, yeah, we know why. You know. Okay, and then you? No. Okay, and then sir?
No.
You don't know that. Do you see what I'm saying? And the blue hair? You know. Okay, so if you understand, some of you, that you're the most important person on the planet, and most of us don't understand that and don't believe in that, then how are you going to accomplish what you're here to accomplish, not believing in the most important person on the planet? Now, me teaching you and telling you you're the most important in the planet didn't come from me. This is what was written and said since the very beginning of our creation from our creator God. It's not like I just woke up one day and said, I think we're the most important people on the planet. And I'm the most important person, and he's the most important person, and she's the most. I didn't say that. This was the very first rule, the very first gift. But what we did is we broke those rules, we broke those opportunities and that knowledge and that information, and tore apart the most important thread connection that we had of our path. And we started allowing ourselves to veer so far off our path that we're all the way over here tilting, falling off the line of our path, because we can't allow ourselves to stay parallel and connected anymore. because our belief system, our connection, our purity, and our energy that we've given away is so depleted, we feel like we're falling off. Does that make sense? So if we're feeling like we're falling off and we're disconnected, like, what was your name, Giselle? Giselle, when you're on your path and you're loving yourself, do you care what people think about you? Yeah. What was your name? Jane? Do you feel like you care what people think about you?
Sometimes when I probably should.
Okay, good. Well, at least you're honest. Thank you. We all know I don't care what people think about me. I mean, sometimes I do care in regards towards making for sure that my lipstick's not on my forehead, you know what I'm saying, or something like that. Right? Or my shoes on my ear. But there's certain little things that I make for sure are proper so I don't look like I'm just disorganized. But in regards to the subject of allowing myself to worry about my emotions, worry about the knowledge, worry about the information. If my guardian angels and God is talking to me and telling me exactly what to tell each and every individual, which is what I do on a daily basis every day, except usually Sundays and Saturdays, I'm not supposed to be working because, you know, Sabbath and holy days. So we're supposed to be focusing on keeping that time holy. So if that's what we're here to do is speak, eat, sleep, breathe the truth, then why would I worry about my voice? Well, when we are in kindergarten and preschool, second, like a 2-year-old, a 3-year-old, a 4-year-old, 25-year-old, 75-year-old is told, you can't do that. You're not able to do that. You can't, no, you cannot have that. All we are taught is no, you can't, it's not possible. I don't believe in the word impossible, okay? I was literally on my deathbed again, the second time this year, in July, when I got ran over by a car. Okay. Thank you. Got ran over by a car in July in a crosswalk and literally was told that I was supposed to die and all these other problems were supposed to be happening. I'm so sorry. I don't know how to fix this thingy that's going on. Point is, when we allow ourselves to realize how significant and how powerful life is, and then instead of me ending up in a hospital, instead of me ending up having brain surgery, instead of me on all sorts of medication, I did things to manifest and to create my own healing, to make the neurons work and to do whatever needed to be done. Why is it so difficult for us to realize how powerful we are? Why is it so difficult for us to realize how absolutely, in every way, shape, or form, what's your name, sir, with the black shirt? Derek.
Yeah.
Okay. And then what's your name, sir, with the blue sweater? Not you. And I'm letting you sit down for a second. I don't want to bother you yet. Paul. So Paul and Derek, do you guys want to have happiness? Obviously, that's why you're in here. So you want to have happiness. What are you doing, Derek, to do that? To connect with your soulmate, to find spiritual connection?
I meditate every day.
Good.
Sing as much as I can.
I was actually talking about singing earlier today.
Sorry.
I was talking about singing earlier with someone today. Sorry, let me use this because I apologize. You guys can't hear me. Okay, go ahead.
So I try to engage in bliss practices, right?
Good.
Singing, dancing,
Beautiful.
meditation, which is more of a neutralization
Yes.
practice, yoga.
Good.
But I'm still unhappy because my boyfriend left me, A, and B, my apartment was flooded and it's destroyed and I need to move out and I don't have any money and blah, blah, blah.
Okay. So number one, not to try to, discredit that the boyfriend left. I think that's a great thing that the boyfriend left because I feel like the boyfriend was using you. Now that's on an intuitive level. So to me, it's like, okay, yeah, he left, but what were you really getting out of it in the first place? You see what I mean? If there's a relationship you're in, this goes back to twin flame, which I talked about Friday. If there's a relationship you're in and you're doing most of the work and you're not getting 100% back, which is one of the massive rules about having a soulmate, then that's not a good relationship. A relationship is about you giving 100% and the other person giving 100%. It's not about you giving 80 and you getting back 20. Now, Paul, what do you feel about that?
I don't disagree with that. I don't usually focus on happiness. I usually have goals and I pursue things.
Yeah, analytical.
And,
I can see that.
I watch how I think and
Uh-huh.
exercise
But do you want to have a soulmate?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, good. That's all that matters. It doesn't matter how you think, it doesn't matter any of that, none of that matters. There are some people like Isaac Newton that was extremely analytical. There's another person that we all study and know about named Albert Einstein, and he was very analytical. But did they not have love? Yeah, they did. They had pretty awesome love. But guess why they had love? Because even though they were analytical like Paul, their heart was open. Because some people that do allow themselves to eat, sleep, breathe, and live on an analytical level, not necessarily meaning he's living through his brain. There's a part of him that is living through his brain, but he understands. Do you see what I mean? He understands how to function in both worlds. Now, to me, I cannot do that. I don't live on both sides. I only eat, sleep, breathe, and live through my heart only, because I can't do the analytical side. The reason why some people can do that is because they're able to be two-sided. They're able to connect to the left and the right side of the brain, and then they're able to allow themselves to learn how to manifest and connect more in the heart, which is what I teach people like Paul. In regards towards Derek, your main thing is obviously connecting to your sacral chakra and definitely connecting to your first chakra, creating healing and getting rid of whatever karmic energy is screwing things up and creating the blockages in your life, the apartment flooding, all this stuff. I was furious when I got hit by the car. I couldn't even, in January, I had 15 tumors, died for about 7 minutes, had an operation, had a blood transfusion, whatever. Okay, had a lot of problems. Then I get hit by a car in July. I was like, seriously, like, what? Okay, God, like, I just stop bringing me back to life. Let me die. Let me go. Let me be done. Point in expressing all of that to all of you today is I was furious also, not because I don't know better. I was just furious because I had such a negative experience. Point is, I asked God, why? Guardian angels, why? Why am I suffering? Like, what is the reason? Since I got ran over, I cannot no longer control the brain process. I can't control my thoughts. I can hardly read. You know, I have to close one eye. Bottom line, I have all these issues. But my intuition is more awakened than ever because I'm no longer controlling the brain and caring about what I say to anybody. Do you see? You guys, when you walk in that door, gave permission for me to be free and be whoever I am, right? I didn't pay you guys or beg you guys to be here. My job is just to show up and repeat exactly what I'm being told and to teach you guys what I've been being taught. Your guys' responsibility is to live your purpose, take the information or the opportunity, and then fly with it and don't allow yourself to hesitate anymore. It's like our guardian angel said. What people do is they want the information. Here's the information. You give them everything. Here's the information. Pretend it's a baton like you do in Olympics. And then as you give them the information, they hold the baton, they stand still, they don't take off running with it because God forbid we have faith and trust that we're going to make any type of progression or process or moving forward or healing or looking back in the past, or God forbid we heal because we don't have time for that because I got to go to work tomorrow. So what they said was that it needs to stop allowing itself to have limits. If you guys have transformation coming now, then why are you waiting another 10 years or 2 days or 3 months for transformation? Like, you know, your guardian angel speaking straight to you. You procrastinate. Amy has that same thing. She procrastinates, not because she wants to, but because there's fear. The fear is based in stopping us from pushing forward. Something's holding us back energetically that we need to cut those cords and cut those ties so that we can finally be free. And what's your name, sir? With
Jim.
Jim. Well, you need to meet my husband. His name is Jim. But, you know, we've been married for a while, so I can't be with you. What?
Good memory.
Many good memories. Yeah, good, bad, all of it. James, it's so nice to meet you. So with James, you understand love, you understand passion, you understand connection. Why are you here in the room today? to
I'm in
learn.
ecstasy most of the time, and I thought you might know one thing I don't know.
Okay, I know a lot more than one thing, but one thing I know why you're here is because your mission is to continue spreading love and to continue giving an amazing example of your stories. You're not sharing your stories enough, like your guardian angel said, and you need to share, I'm serious, you need to
Oh,
share your
okay.
stories so that you can allow yourself to make a difference in people's lives, but the subject of love. Remember what I'm talking about, the subject of love. I'm not talking about metaphysics. I'm not talking about, astrology or anything, literally towards the subjects of love, because you understood it, because it's in your heart, it's in your being. And if you share it, it'll help open the doors and it'll transform and change other people's lives. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
Good. And then in regards towards what you're with the colored, well, I don't know if it's colored, but that shirt, black and white. No, you, yeah, you, Janie. In regards to the situation with your soulmate, you're in fear. You're so afraid of disappointment. You're so afraid of getting hurt that there are hidden fears that are inside of you, Janie, that are not allowing themselves to be released. You need to start allowing yourself to no longer give power to fear and let fear go screw itself. Do you see? Don't let yourself sit there and say, here, fear, you have all of me. That's what you're doing. You're giving it power. You have to stop. Why would God give you life on this planet for you to suffer? Why do you say I'm a sacrifice? Why do you say that? So do you think God gave you life so that you can just sacrifice? Okay, so when are you going to start taking your power back? Do you see? I know I'm putting you on the spot. I'm not trying to. I just need you to understand. You walk through the door because you're waiting for messages. So you need to start allowing yourself to take action. And then I forgot your name. Janina. With you, your solar plexus, oh my gosh, so beautiful. Third chakra, amazing. Beautiful, open, so connected. But what happens is you doubt. Then your brain gets in the way. You're awesome and beautiful. Everything's going awesome right here. And then all of a sudden you doubt and you put up a wall. You can't do that. Do you see what I mean? You have to allow yourself to keep pushing forward and sit there and say, okay, trust. Let myself stop being two-sided. Don't allow yourself to be two-sided. Take your power back and allow yourself to be complete within yourself. Be whole again. Amy, you already know your stuff. I forgot your name. Jane. Of course, it would be a simple one, right? I remember Lord is his name. So Jane, with you, your soulmate's supposed to be coming in December. You're supposed to be having the most magnificent, the most amazing connection, most beautiful gift that's going to be coming into your life. But what's happening is you're allowing yourself to believe a little bit like Janie, where you're a sacrifice and that you are here to go through struggles, but at the same exact time, you want happiness, like there's a part of you that wants it and you're ready for it. And you have somewhat happiness, but the explosion hasn't exploded yet. And that's where your guardian angel is like, okay, that's coming in December, but it's only going to be if she starts allowing herself to open up. Yours is definitely 100% heart and mixed with the throat. So it's like these two, heart and throat energy, that's creating blockage and interference. And then you with the blonde hair in the back, what's your name? Allah? Do you know I'm talking about soulmates? So is it okay to say whatever I see?
Of course.
Okay. Allah, in regards towards you, when it comes to the subject of soulmates, you're connected with your soulmate, but you've ignored him and you've neglected him. And it's time to allow yourself to be open so that you can receive your soulmate again. But we can talk about that privately. That was very interesting. So that's why I was happy about seeing your energy that came forward. And then what's your name in front of her? Nisha. Your situation is very clear. You have a very giving heart. You're very loving, very supportive. You're a very good person. I'm serious. I don't tell people that. Everybody that knows me knows I don't do that. So Nisha, you're a beautiful person. But what happens is that you're not allowing yourself to ask for what you want. So I don't know if you were here at the beginning. I believe in the power of manifestation, like 1,000,000%. Jim Carrey put this thing up together and he said, I'm going to prove that manifestation works. And he put a piece of paper under his pillow. I don't know if you guys heard this story, that he wants to make $10 million. Okay. Literally within, I think it was a month or 2 months, I don't remember how long it took. He made a contract and it was the mask show. Or no, the adventure, the animal show, Ace Ventura. Yep, $10 million. Long story short, manifestation's real. We were never told that there's limits to what we want. We were only told to believe. When you start believing, Nisha, everything will happen. You can't give power to negativity. You can't give power to the people that are connected to you. You have too many ties. You have too many strings. Like Jane also has strings. That's what's stopping you, is all your, responsibilities and things that are attached to you. But you have that also, Nisha. Do you see? You have a little more than she does, but you get the point. And then in regards towards, what was your guy's name? Ken?
Lauren and Ken.
Lauren and Ken. Lauren and Ken. In order for you guys to really radiate your frequency and change your vibration, you have to start focusing on practicing more about allowing yourselves to become as one. Basically, I don't talk about this usually, but literally sitting in front of each other. Okay, if you want clothes on or clothes off, I prefer clothes off. Focusing on sitting in front of each other, looking at each other and realizing how beautiful you are, connecting with the vibration and the frequency of how amazing the love is that you guys share with each other, and watch and see how that connection will then intertwine and help you guys to become more as one. Do you see? But don't be intimate, just talk and look at each other. Maybe if you want to be intimate the next day, that's fine. But you get my point? Because it's the power of the energy and the frequency that flows through you. Show how just allowing yourselves to say how beautiful, looking at all the beautiful, like her eyes and her lips and her nose. Do you see? Look at her beauty and then talk about his beauty. Do you see? That's what they're describing. And then you with the leopard cheetah shirt, what's your name? Marlene. Marlene, you have so much baggage. I seen it since you walked in, but there's so much that you hold on to. And you kind of a little bit remind me of Janie when you have hidden tears, but at the same exact time, your hidden tears are unable to come forward because you have to be strong. You have to be the warrior. You have to be, you got to be this. So you don't have time to allow yourself to fall. So what your guardian angel's biggest thing is be who you are, stand up, be strong, be powerful, be awesome, be amazing, but start writing. If you start writing and releasing it, letting it go, you don't have to talk to this person. You don't have to talk to this person. Just write what needs to be written to get it out of your system and go burn it and let it be out of your system. No longer own that energy. Does that make sense? So you can be done with it. And then what, I don't remember your hair, blue hair. Giselle. I'm so sorry. That's going to stick in my brain now. If I know Giselle in 20 years, I'll be, oh, hi, Blair. So long story short, there's a lady I know, I've known her for probably 10 years, and her name is Purple Hair. And I love her because it's just the most beautiful, vibrant color of and it's really hard to get that color. Anyways, Giselle, you have to start teaching. You have to start taking the step of teaching. I mean, I don't know why. What do you do?
I'm a Spanish interpreter at a deaf school.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
I'm kind of on the
That is teaching.
learning road of personal healing and I can never say the word, ethnogenics for personal growth and healing, trauma in a person's life.
Okay.
So since therapy is hard to find a person to have,
that connection
that I feel that through
Okay.
healing plants.
Healing plants are good. So I'm going to interrupt. I apologize. But Giselle, exactly like you said, you said it and you proved exactly what your guardian angel said. You're a teacher. You're here to help to teach. Take the teaching. Stop. Like when you were talking, she said, look, she's looking for other reasons why she needs to allow herself to expand. She's looking for whether it's a degree or paperwork or anything that's going to help to continue adding on to the label of what she can continue to grow to be, you don't need anything. Stop looking for permission and just do it. Now, yes, I agree though, you do have healing to do. I'm not going to say that's not true. You do have stuff that's connected to you energetically and spiritually, and you do have emotions that I definitely see are creating blockages, and it has to do with your throat chakra, but it's more about emotions and spiritual and other subjects, you see? So that stuff we can talk about privately, but that's where it's creating the blockage with you fulfilling your destiny. And then what's your name next to her again? Will, you have an amazing writing ability, a beautiful writing ability, but you're not taking your power. And you're not taking your power because you get confused. It's almost like as if that you know your train of thought, you know where you're at, you know what you're doing, and then it goes, where did it go? Where did it go? You're just looking for it, you know, and you can't find it again. You have to allow yourself to get rid of the noise. Noise meaning allowing yourself to let other spirits or energy or whatever is trying to affect and stop you from your path. You have to go like, you can't be in my space. I gotta get out of here. You have to realize what's going on and stop saying that you're thinking maybe something's, just take ownership and be done and let it be done. Heal it. That makes sense what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So do that. Okay. I know I'm supposed to be working on healing. Okay, please everyone stand up so we can do our job. So guy who's getting ready to sit down, stand up, please. We're gonna work on doing healing. So if you want to stand up, that'd be great. And if it's okay, yes, thank you, Amy, for taking your shoes off. If you guys can kick your shoes off, if it's easy. Because I'll tell you why. Connection to the earth, which is through our feet and the soles of our feet, connects us. So when you do, yes. What is your name? Michael? You.
Oh, I'm Ariel.
Ariel. That's right, Ariel. I remember you.
Well, it's not good if you remember me.
I'm sorry. Oh, that's good. You're a beautiful person. Okay. So those are really beautiful shoes. I'm sorry. Are you leaving? You have to meditate.
I really need it.
You got to go. Okay, go, go, go. If you have to leave, go. Okay. Well, this is important because it'll benefit you. Just put your purse down and relax 1 second. Okay. Oh, yeah, yeah. I have about 4 kids and a lot of grandchildren. Yeah, I get it. They all call me. Okay, hold on 1 second. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to focus on meditating, and then you can go feed the kids. Inhale, positive, close your eyes, palms facing upward to your side. And what you're focusing on is focusing on connecting to love and reconnecting and taking your power back emotionally, spiritually, and energetically. Emotionally, spiritually, and energetically. Visualize as you're closing your eyes the color red to connect to the passion. The passion is the love that you have for yourself, the confidence you have yourself, and the self-worth. Inhaling positive, exhaling negative, and what no longer serves you. Focus on allowing yourself to let the energy flow from the bottom of your feet all the way to the top of your head, please. Going out into the universe and allowing yourself to be connected to your path. Beautiful. Okay, you guys can sit down. Thank you. So that was interesting. When I was closing my eyes and connecting, I did feel as though that I was spinning inside of the room. So I feel like as if there was a part of you guys that did allow yourselves to be connected on a higher frequency, meaning that you guys allowed yourselves to connect as one, not 100%, but there was a part of yourself that did allow yourself to open within that one moment during the second time I went around with the singing bowl. Now, this specific singing bowl is to connect to the heart chakra so that we can allow ourselves to radiate our passion, our love, our self-worth, and really allowing there to be more of an intuitive side. So it has, anyways, it's an important one that I was using today. Okay. For those who are looking for transformation, like they said when I was ringing the singing bowl and playing it, don't forget your power, don't forget your strength, and don't forget who you are. Go home or after this, take a moment, write down exactly what you want to start manifesting and truly start beginning to manifest the gifts that are meant to be in your life now. That is so absolutely beyond the point of necessary. And then what we're meant to be saying and doing is, I thank you, dear Father God, for the blessings, or greater, whatever word you want to call God. I thank you, our Father, for being able to open the doors and helping me to have the belief, the knowledge, the opportunity to be present now, just really allowing ourselves to understand how amazing we really truly are, and giving back, you know, the appreciation and the thanks to our Creator, to God, so that we allow ourselves to remember how important and how significant it is to be appreciated. But appreciated in our souls, in our spirit, in our bodies, as a unity, as one within ourselves. That's what they keep describing. But what we quite often do is we allow ourselves to disconnect because we're too focused on allowing ourselves to follow. We have to stop following and we have to start believing. Does that make sense? Okay, you guys can ask questions if you guys have questions. Go ahead. And then I have more work to do spiritually. Who has questions? Yes. Go ahead, Aaron.
Yeah. I'm looking for my soulmate
Good job.
in the sense of a Jewish woman.
Uh-huh.
As I'm Jewish myself, so you know.
It's obvious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So of course, no. I mean, that's the Jewish law.
Good.
Yeah. So anyway, and I'm hoping that you can tell me either that I'll find someone, or sometime like the next 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years, whatever, I mean, I'm 50 years old right now, but
I hope you guys are gonna take that long. Let me ask.
I mean, yeah.
So you said your name was Ariel?
Yeah.
So in regards towards connecting with a Jewish woman and connecting with someone that you'll be able to be happy, married, and be with, you don't look 50. That's interesting.
Oh,
You
it's
keep
funny.
your youth. It's beautiful. Yeah, you do. You look very young. One of the things that they're describing and that I see is that you will connect with someone, but what's stopping it is that, yes, you're communicative. Yes, you're outspoken, but you're not always allowing yourself to be out there, meaning you're not in the right place at the right time. So follow your intuition so that you can allow yourself to be.
I don't have intuition. That's the
You
problem.
no, Ariel, thank you for saying that. I really need to get on more talks. Every single human being has intuition. My intuition is just able to read all of you. Every single human being has intuition. It's called a solar plexus. Do you see what I'm saying? The solar plexus is the open channel to each and every one of us. It's called the gut feeling. That's what scientific people call it. Or like cause and effect, that's what they call it. That's the reason for karma. So it's like people are not allowing themselves to understand. We all have intuition. We just need to learn to become in tune with it because it was a gift we were given since the beginning of our birth. But then we get brainwashed and we're told to disconnect from our intuition and listen to logic. Okay, who else had? Yes.
But I am out there, as you say. I mean, I do go to every single event and
It doesn't, it's not, she's not that kind of person. Thank you for saying that. And that's beautiful that you expressed that so I can get that out of the equation. She is not at a single event.
So where should I go to? So,
Go to temple, just be good, just be a good boy.
Do them all the time.
Yeah, good. Just be a good boy, go to temple.
That's
You know what I'm
doing.
saying?
Yeah.
I mean, there's several holidays that just came up just recently. Now that you have Hanukkah coming any day. So, really focus on volunteering. And I don't know if you go to the Sabbath or.
Yes,
temple.
yes,
Good.
I do, yeah.
Good. So just, that's it. Just follow allowing yourself to connect. I see her not allowing herself to always go to the temple you go to. So maybe explore to other temples. Don't just be so dedicated to the one you go
No,
to.
I'm trying.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Like exploring all of them. I
Beautiful.
want to.
Good. That's,
Many of
then
them
you're
as
doing
possible.
exactly what you need to, except the singles event.
Okay.
She's not there. Okay, yes.
Well, I also want to meet my soulmate, but I'm a lesbian and it's very hard to meet women, you know, and,
That's not true, but yes.
well,
I just don't give excuses. I'm sorry. But go ahead.
I understand that,
Yeah.
you know, what the
Yeah.
business is, but,
Yeah.
you know, in terms of meeting people, you know,
How are you doing?
because there's no places to go in New York.
Sure. I know.
Lesbian places I'm talking about.
Right. Okay. In regards to the situation with you, yeah, it's definitely 100% not going to be in that type of a way, kind of like where he's going to singles event. She's not going to be at a lesbian event or any type of event in that way. Where I see you meeting her is very interesting. She has really beautiful, she has kind of long hair, reminds me of like the way my hair is. It might even be longer. I can't see the back of it, but I see the front of her and it's long. And she's very beautiful. She has darker complexion. She has darker hair and she's younger. How old are you?
68.
So she has to be 50, maybe in her late 40s. She's definitely younger, which is fine. Who cares, you know? But you meet her more out where I see her is like at a mall, like Nordstrom's, Columbus Circle, just out, just having fun, but Columbus Circle specifically. I'm gonna be honest. I'm serious. Yeah, go to the malls, go to lunch, go grab a cup of coffee, go get a cup of tea. You know what I'm saying? Just be available. Listen to, again, like I told Ariel, listen to your intuition. Okay, yes,
Thank you.
you're welcome.
I know I've had soulmates in the past,
Soulmate,
and one died, it's like 20 years ago. I
That's a
had
twin
somebody
flame.
else
Okay.
To their hometown in Texas.
God bless
So
him.
I'm just wondering, like, I basically am not looking for that anymore because I feel like I've had it.
Okay,
And I mean, I don't know if that's being negative or cheating myself, but I'm pretty much resigned, like adapted, not that I liked it,
right,
to being by myself.
right.
And it's not healthy.
No.
I like company, I love to talk and chat.
Okay, I'll explain. Let me just,
But I said, you know what, maybe it's not
in the cards for you. Yeah. No, I do not believe, I don't care if I don't care if today's your last day on earth, you know, and maybe you're going to die tomorrow or we're all going to die tomorrow. That is not at all in any way, shape or form the intention of any of our lives. Every single one of us are meant to have complete love. And the relationships you mentioned are called twin flames, not soulmates, but the relationships you have had are definitely in every way, shape or form completely. Like I know Jane had a relationship before with a soulmate, but then didn't allow herself to reconnect because of things that have happened. So it's like every single person has 100% a soulmate. You, and I already know this, and I told you this yesterday in a session we had, are blocked. You have, not you. You are so disconnected from your heart and from your emotions because of how much you have had pain and suffering and sadness and disruption like Derek. You're just like, go screw everybody. I don't care. I just want to be alone and hide in a corner. You can't, that is not a solution. That is a torturous purgatory position you're putting your own self in. And no one can grow in that way. So you can't say, I'm good by myself, because that's not true. We weren't created, like I told you at the beginning of my whole entire lecture, talking with all of you here today. I have nothing to hide. I have literally wanted to be a nun. And even my own guides and God said, we are not meant to be alone. So why would I tell you you're meant to be alone? If you, just because you experienced love before doesn't mean, okay, that was good enough, now live alone. I even told Karen at the beginning that she's meant to still have love because her person died. So no, any other questions? Yes, Derek.
Where do you see me meeting my next partner?
Truly and honestly, I swear, Florida.
Florida.
Yes, niche. Yes.
It's very hard for me to trust people
Yeah, I agree.
in my life,
I agree.
and I still can't get over the person.
That's from the past.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I don't know what's next for me.
Okay, I can tell you one of the things that's going on in your life, Nisha, is that you have allowed yourself to create all of, it's like a chastity belt, but it's a wall that you've put in your own space. You know what that means, right? So it's a metal, yeah, chastity belt barrier that you've put up. And that you've put up has created so much disruption and so much pain. It's stopping you from allowing yourself to have freedom. So you've taken your freedom away and you've put yourself in this contraption of some sort. Okay. That is something that you need to heal from. So it's like Allah, right? Is that how I say it? Allah? Allah. She has blockages, but hers is not a metal container. Hers is, you know, a little more liquidy. Yours is very, very heavy, very, very, very deep. I could completely help you 1,000,000%, but you have to want help. I only help those. This is the thing. People come to me and they say, yes, I want your help. Please, you know, Tammy, help me. I don't care. I do programs. I help people and I transform people's lives each and every day. But I only transform people's lives that want transformation. I don't want to work with people, especially after dying twice this year, in any way, shape, or form, wasting our time so that we can pretend you're going to help yourself. Don't spend 50 cents unless you want transformation, because I don't believe in it. And it's not that I don't need money. That's number one. Number two, I don't need to waste my time helping people that don't want to transform themselves. Do you see what I mean? So those who want transformation, I know God keeps opening the door and putting us together so that we can transform your guys' lives. But you have to understand, I'm the type of teacher. Mother Teresa was one of my teachers. And Mother Teresa was a son of a gun, stern, tough woman. And she taught me very young in life that my life is worth something. And it doesn't matter. No, it doesn't matter if my mother calls me an evil being. It doesn't matter if my mother calls me a mistake. It doesn't matter. You know, none of that matters. What matters is that God gave me life so that I can do something. And I may be considered a witch or weirdo or whatever she wants to call me, but I've helped transform people's life, just like Moses, just like Gandhi, just like Buddha. And I've traveled around. And what we don't understand is that we all have been born for a reason. But the number one reason why we've been born is so that we can radiate love and have love. So I don't care about sitting here like Amy said a moment ago, maybe it's meant for me to be alone. I don't believe in that. Not for 1 second, not for a blink of an eye, not a millimeter of a second. I know that love is the most powerful thing in the universe. And if we want to exist in the most beautiful gift that we've been given, which is called life, then we need to start allowing ourselves to accept the life that we're given and start living it, not existing or surviving it. Any other questions? Yes, blue hair.
What do you suggest for unblocking the throat chakra?
If I was to work with you, well, if you do it on yours, I don't know if you're going to be able to be capable of doing it yourself. Sorry, let me stand up. I feel like I'm being rude. I don't know if you'll be able to do it yourself, because I don't know if you understand how to do it needs to be done, but you need to cut cords, you need to go back into the past, and then you have to deal with emotions. So you need to find someone that you know, that you trust, that can do it for you. I literally, the problems and the problems I've had coming back, I have asked for people that work with me to help heal me. So even though I'm an amazing healer and I can heal cancer and diabetes and all these other things that I've done, God knows how many times, when it comes to having help, that's why God created humans, creatures, because we're here to help each other. We're not here to be individuals to say I can do it all. Yes, Jamie.
I guess my question was, you know, do you see someone coming?
So, yes, of course. Not immediately. You have a lot of reserves, you know, and trust is one of them. Yes, Lourdes. No, that's a good question. I love this. This is why I'm here, obviously. In regards towards your life, Lourdes, it is 100% you're supposed to be connecting with someone next winter, not this winter. Yeah, next winter. Because you're going to move, you're going to relocate. There's a lot of things happening in this new year. Yes. I don't even know your name. Marlene, yes.
I'm open.
Yes.
For
Love.
love.
Okay, I would hope so.
Yeah,
Good.
I am.
I'll tell you why. Okay, Marlene, you are you're a very massive giver. Okay. But you are not a good receiver. So it is 100% in many, many, many ways your fault because you allow yourself, let's say your soulmate walked through the door and says, Marlene, oh my God, or he doesn't know your name, sorry. Excuse me, you're so beautiful. Would you love if I get you a cup of coffee or something? For what? It's like goes over your head. Do you see what I mean? You don't allow yourself to let the blessings and the gifts that are meant to be coming into your life, not because you don't want it, because you're so used to giving. Am I done? You're so used to giving that you don't allow yourself to, take advantage of the opportunity and really realize what's happening. Anyways, okay, everyone stand up 1 second so we can be thankful. Everyone, participants, stand up. Inhale positive, exhale negative, visualize allowing yourself to be absolutely thankful and appreciative. Hands, of course, is connecting to the universe and connecting to the multiverses so that we can connect with allowing ourselves to receive all the possibilities and the blessings of connecting with our soulmate, happiness, love, connection. Inhale positive. Exhale what no longer serves you. Don't forget to breathe so that you can allow yourself to exhale what no longer serves you as you're inhaling all the love and the happiness and the joy and belief. Most important. Beautiful. And then put your hand over your right hand over your heart and say, I am worthy. I believe. I am love. And God bless to each and every one of you. Go be happy and blessed. You're welcome. Welcome.
I don't want to. I know. I don't want to.
Oh, I have a booth. I'm sorry if you guys want to.
Oh, the booth is in Gramercy. If you guys want to find her, and if you guys want to have a session, it's the one with the big angel wing backdrop in Gramercy Hall.
Thank you.
You're so welcome. Did you guys like it?
Yes, of course.
We all know me. I love talking.
Thanks, Austin.
Yeah, of course. Thank you guys.
It's in Gramercy Hall, so this is in the River Hall, and the one that's the
Keep me back like this.
you can follow us right there.
Because I was in the hospital.
Okay.
Yeah. So these things that you guys are filling out, I wrote and I give these things to special temples or churches that believe in the place. And I give these prayers to the.
I can hear you.
I only have half. Hi, I only have half. So.
He's zooming you into their room over there so they can see you on the screen.
I don't know. What is that? Their room over there.
That's their second stay room. That's another room that's coming in from New York City. You have a live audience as well as a virtual audience.
Right.
Hi, Catherine. How are you? I'm just finishing setting up the screen so they can see you.
Oh, good. Good.
You're pretty much live. You have some people here in front of you in the room as well as the online.
Wonderful. Good.
Watching.
Good.
Enjoy.
Okay, wonderful. Well, here we are, everybody. My name is Dr. Catherine Athens. I'm coming to you from the Silicon Valley where it's very stormy and rainy, and we're grateful. Yesterday, I spoke a lot about what it means to open yourself to the universe. I saw that Sean was doing some of that work. I've been teaching metaphysics for over 25 years, since I was 2. And
She just froze. Hold on, everybody. We got to bring her back. She's going to have to check back in. Because she's not on the platform anymore. Please be patient. Here's Catherine, you're there? All right. I'm going to go find out what's going on. I'll be right back. She never came back? That's weird. I'll be back.